Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we take you on a tour of Red Fort, a historical and important place in Delhi. Today in this video, we will know such unique facts and secrets of Red Fort, which you have hardly ever heard. So stay till the end of the video, because in this one video you will know everything about Red Fort. This fort, which was the main center of Indian leaders during the freedom struggle, is not just a fort, but the heartbeat of India. The history of this fort, which is considered a symbol of India's independence and national pride, is equally interesting. The fort, built in Mughal style, which was ruled by the rulers of the Mughal dynasty for about 200 years. This royal fort is not only the political center of the Mughal emperors, but also used to be the ceremonial center. A very beautiful museum is also built inside this grand fort, built in 1648 AD. Spread over about 250 acres of land, this grand fort tells the story of the deep struggle against the Mughal monarchy and the British. History of Red Fort. This fort is located in the area of Old Delhi, which is built of red sandstone. The fort is called Red Fort due to the red color of its walls. Red Fort, which is called Lal Kila in Hindi. The construction of this grand and historical artwork, made in Mughal architectural style, was started by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in 1638 AD, which was completed 10 years later in 1648 AD. This fort is located on the banks of Yamuna River in the center of Delhi, which is surrounded by Yamuna River on three sides, whose amazing beauty and attraction is worth seeing. Shah Jahan wanted to make this fort very attractive and beautiful among all the forts built by him, so he shifted his capital from Agra to Delhi in 1638 AD itself and gave it a grand and attractive look by paying attention to the construction of the fort. Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan chose the famous Mughal architect Ustad Ahmad Lahori, who designed the Taj Mahal in Agra, and was also a great designer to create the royal design of this fort. Ustad Ahmad, like his name, was a master at creating magnificent buildings with his imagination. This is the reason why even after so many years of construction of the Red Fort, its grandeur and beauty are known all over the world. Due to the construction of this magnificent fort, the capital of India, Delhi, was called Shah Jahanabad, and this fort was considered an example of the creativity of Shah Jahan's reign. This fort was part of Shah Jahan's plan to settle in Delhi and was designed as his new capital. An important purpose behind its construction was to display the power and splendor of the Mughal Empire. You see, it has a huge security wall around it, which protected it from external attacks. After Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, his son Aurangzeb built the Moti Masjid in this fort. When the Red Fort was captured by the Mughal Emperor Jahandar Shah in the 17th century, the fort remained without a ruler for about 30 years. After this, Nadir Shah ruled over the Red Fort, and later in the 18th century, the British captured the Red Fort and looted it extensively. In the 18th century, many parts of it were damaged by some robbers and invaders. After the First War of Independence of 1857, the fort was used as the headquarters of the British Army. Then, this army destroyed about 80% of the pavilions and gardens of the Red Fort. The plan to restore these destroyed gardens and the remaining parts was started by Umayyad Danish in 1903 AD. After the independence of India, the first Prime Minister of the country, Jawaharlal Nehru, hoisted the tricolour on this fort and gave a message to the country. After independence, the Red Fort was used for military training, and then it became famous as a major tourist destination. Due to its attraction and grandeur, it was included in the list of World Heritage in the year 2007, and today, people from all corners of the world come to Delhi to see its beauty.
The Red Fort has a magnificent and unique architecture which is a sight to behold. The artwork here is a blend of Persian, European and Indian art, resulting in a special and unique Shahjahani style, which is a very excellent style in color and expression. Its walls are made of red sandstone, which are about 2.5 kilometers long. And their height ranges from 18 meters to 33 meters, which give it the appearance of an impenetrable and magnificent fort. Due to these walls, it was named Red Fort. The total area of the fort is about 250 acres. The walls and ceilings of the Red Fort have very fine carvings, which add to its beauty. Carvings of flowers, leaves and trees at various places, which is the identity of Mughal architecture. Flowers and creepers carved on the marble columns here, which show the combination of Persian and Indian art. The golden ceiling and carvings on the walls in the Diwan-e-Khas make it even more special. You will definitely get to see the fine carvings in the Mughal style in all the doors, windows and vents of the Red Fort. The Red Fort is not just a fort, but it is a symbol of the architecture, art and culture of that time. It was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in the year 2007. There are two main entrances to the fort. The carvings and decorations done on both these grand gates are worth seeing. The first and main entrance is Lahori Gate, which was mainly used for victory events. Lahori Gate is named after the city of Lahore. There is a long market inside it, which is called Chata Chowk. The second gate of the Red Fort, which is known as Delhi Gate or Delhi Darwaza, was used to welcome kings and maharajas. Delhi Gate is located in the eastern part of the fort, and its grandeur is also worth seeing. Important buildings located within the fort. Nakar Khana or Naubat Khana. Nakar Khana literally means Naubat Khana, which is a term for the drum house or orchestra pit during ceremonies. Nakar Khana is built on the eastern side of the open ground along the road from Lahore Gate to Chata Chowk, which is the main entrance of the palace built for musicians. Diwan-e-Am. This is the place where the emperor used to listen to the problems of the public, and many important administrative decisions were taken here. White marble has been used in the construction of this building, and intricate carvings have been done on the pillars, which is a replica of the royal throne of Sulaiman. Nahari Bahisht. Another amazing structure that runs through the Red Fort is the Nahari Bahisht. Behind the throne are the royal private chambers, and in this area facing east is a row of domed buildings on high platforms. These pavilions are connected by a small canal called the Nahar Bahisht, which runs through all the chambers. It is also called the Canal of Heaven. This canal was built to maintain coolness and freshness in the courtyards of the palace. Water is raised from the Yamuna River to the Shah Burj, built at the northeastern end of the fort, from where this canal gets its water supply. An ayah written here says, "If there is a paradise anywhere on earth, it is here, it is here, it is here." The plan of the palace is basically Islamic in form, but each pavilion displays Hindu architecture in its architectural elements. Zenana Mahal. Zenana is a Persian word which literally means of or related to women. That is, here Zenana Mahal means palace related to women. There are two Zenana Mahals for women in the Red Fort. The first is Mumtaz Mahal, which is now in the form of a museum, and the second is Rang Mahal, which has gold-plated carved ceilings and marble ponds, in which water comes from Nahar-e-Bagisht. Khas Mahal, the third pavilion from the south, is Khas Mahal, which has royal rooms, royal bedrooms, prayer rooms, a veranda, and Musamman Burj. Musamman Burj, from which the king used to give darshan to the public. Diwan-e-Khas. It was built in 1648 for receptions and special meetings, which is also known as Hall of Private Audience, Shah Hall or Moti Mahal. It is a rectangular two-story building with a flat roof. The beauty of this building is reflected in the paintings decorated with gold and silver work on its roof. It is said that it was at this place that Shah Jahan said, "Gar Firdaus baru-e zamin ast, Hamain ast, Hamain ast, Hamain ast, which literally means, if there is heaven on earth, it is here, it is here, it is here. The next pavilion is the Hamam, a royal bathhouse built in Turkish style. It has Mughal ornamentation and coloured stones inlaid in marble. Rang Mahal. This is a magnificent palace which was designed in such a way that its walls and ceilings keep shimmering with colourful lights, hence it is also called Colourful Palace. The intricate structure of this palace and the art inside it is unique. It was used by the emperor's begums. Moti Masjid. This is a beautiful mosque built to the west of the Hamam, which was built for the religious functions of the royal family. This is a small three-domed mosque made of carved white marble, which was the personal mosque of Aurangzeb. Hayat Bakhsh Bagh. Hayat Bakhsh means life-giving, that is, life-giving garden. Most of the Mughal architecture is inspired by Islamic culture, but this garden is more influenced by Persian culture.
The Red Fort is an important symbol of Indian culture and freedom struggle. This site has witnessed many important events in Indian history. During the freedom struggle, the Red Fort was the main center of Indian leaders. On 15th August 1947, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru announced the independence of India here and addressed the country. Since then, every year on 15th August, the Prime Minister of the country hoists the tricolour flag from here. The Red Fort is a symbol of Indian democracy and sovereignty and is considered an important site in Indian history. In today's time, the Red Fort is a major tourist destination. Every year, millions of tourists come here who are eager to see its historical importance and architecture. There is also a museum inside the fort where you can see the art, culture, and objects of the Mughal period. Various exhibitions are organized here, which introduce the audience to the lifestyle and culture of the Mughal period. The Archaeological Survey of India, or ASI, is responsible for the maintenance and preservation of the Red Fort. Regular cleaning and repair work is carried out in the fort premises, so that the site remains preserved for generations to come. However, the Red Fort is facing some challenges despite its historical and cultural significance. These include pollution, overcrowding, and proper maintenance of the protected parts of the fort. The increasing number of tourists and environmental factors can affect the structure of the fort. It requires proper management and conservation so that this historical heritage can remain safe. So friends, today we learned in detail about the historical significance, architecture, and cultural importance of the Red Fort. Hope you liked this video and got new information about the Red Fort from it. If you liked our video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let us know your suggestions and questions in the comments below. We will discuss more interesting topics in the next video. Till then, Jai Hind and thank you.